investing in the U.S. when you're not a citizen. What is happening, YouTube? Thank you for watching Mentorship Monday. Today's question comes from Danny. And Danny is from a foreign country, lives in the U.S., and has already done some investments in the U.S. And has been able to build a little bit of a portfolio. He's got 4 units going. He's put 20% down on each property. He's got 4 single-family homes. He's said he bought them at a 9 cap, which is pretty good. I tend to not evaluate single-family homes on cap rates, but hey. That's for another day, another question. Somebody maybe email that to help me at DeRosa Group why I don't use cap rates for single family homes. And then that'll be a whole other conversation we'll have for another Mentorship Monday. But Danny lives down the Triad area of North Carolina and is looking to grow. The problem is that, how does Danny grow? Because Danny's not a U.S. citizen. So not being a U.S. citizen precludes Danny from doing certain things. I wasn't aware of some of this stuff, but apparently, according to Danny, they can't operate an LLC. Didn't know that. I mean, maybe that's just Danny says, I'm not able to operate an LLC. Okay. He's looking to save up another $40K through his full-time job. And he can buy properties by just saving money up and then buying properties through his full-time job. Okay. And, not handy. That's okay. Not many people. I'm not handy either. It's okay. The question Danny has is how can he buy more units without getting financing? And that's maybe a problem that he's having getting financing on these properties. So what I would say you want to do, okay, is perhaps you could be the money source for someone else's operation, okay? And I would investigate the LLC thing further, Danny, because I'm surprised to hear that you can't own an LLC. You're saying here you can't have an LLC if you're not a U.S. citizen. Was not aware of that. But that's maybe something you could look into. If that's the case, and if it's hard for you to get a bank loan because whatever your circumstances are, and this goes for anybody, if you can't set up an LLC or can't get a bank loan, but you guys can be a money source for somebody else. What you want to do is you want to go find yourself a partner that can do those things. They can get a bank loan. They can set up an LLC and form a partnership with them, or perhaps you can be the money for their projects, whether that's through investing with a syndicator or that's just somebody that you know in your own network that has a valid U.S. Social Security number that can set up bank accounts, can set up LLCs, can get bank loans, whatever it is. Maybe you could be the money for their operations. So I get it. Not being a U.S. citizen precludes you from certain things, but it doesn't preclude you from everything. So you got to find out look at what gaps you have and find someone who can help you fill those and say okay, well, I can't form an LLC. This person can. I can't get a bank loan. This person can. That goes for anything, not just U.S. citizenship. I've done other videos about people that have bad credit, whatever it is. If you can't do certain things in your real estate business, list out what you can do and then what you can't do. And for the things you can't do, if it's get a loan, find a contractor, I'm not handy, whatever it is, either bring in a vendor or a partner that can do the things that you can't do to get you towards your goals. Okay, so this is beyond the citizenship thing, but still it does apply. And it sounds like you're doing good, Danny. Elsewhere, who says you've got some money in stocks. You're looking at tax liens and stuff like that. So you're doing some of the right stuff. I still don't get I would reinvestigate the LLC thing because the more I read this, the more I see that you probably can do an LLC. You just might not be aware of it. Maybe just find yourself a better lawyer down there in North Carolina that can do it for you. Okay. So thanks for your question, Danny. Thank you guys for watching. As always, email to helpme@derosagroup.com, helpme@derosagroup.com, and I will answer your question right here on the YouTube page for you and everybody else to learn from. Thanks, guys. Have a great and profitable week.